It was never that deep, y'all.
It made Nigeria the best country ever for me.
That trip made such an impression of me that I feel like it literally changed this.
What's up, y'all? We're gonna start this video raw. After spending 1 month in Lagos, Nigeria, I finally dedicate my time to answer questions like these. Was it safe? How did you feel about the Lagos girlies? What were your bad? What were your good experiences? Y'all, we're gonna answer everything now and today. So make sure y'all watch to the end. All in all, I must say the Lagos people were so nice. Like, the people I met, so creative. Many people very talented. The kids were so cute. The people in general were really nice. First topic, Lagos girlies. All I can say is it was never that deep. It was never that deep, y'all. Of course, you cannot put 20 people in a pot and those are representing a whole city. But y'all, it was never that deep. We're not here to have a competition or something. Of course, I met cute girlies, especially randomly, or even being on the mainland, especially on the mainland. No one owes you a hi or a whole conversation if they are not interested. I'm fully with that. But being nice is cute, y'all. Being nice is cute. Having a nice etiquette is a cute thing to have. Of course, I know, and this is also an experience in general. I'm a foreigner, so people will call you like Oyinbo, will like wave at you, will call you my color, this and that. People will delay you, people will trying to bribe you, trying to get like money out of you, which is a normal thing. I cannot really blame the people because we know that from other countries. I've been to Brazil, I've been to Morocco, my country. I cannot really blame the people, I really blame the system at this point. So it was just annoying when we were delayed most of the times. That was really annoying. Stay prepared to lose a lot of pounds. Y'all will lose a lot of pounds. I don't know if our digestive system is just very bad because we're eating fake food basically here in Europe, etc. But y'all, I had to run to the bathroom 20 times a day. 20 times. I lost pounds. I don't know how much. I didn't even want to weigh myself. I don't know, y'all. Be prepared for that. About safety, I must say I always, almost every time, had male company with me, which was my man who invited me to Lagos actually, or even, it didn't even matter if it was female or male company. Most of the time, we also didn't attract unnecessary attention to us, and we didn't do like crazy stuff like being on the road by ourselves at 4 a.m. in the morning. Every time we went out, we almost had a group of friends with us. So I must say, when it came to safe, I felt pretty safe. So shout out to Nigeria. It was not creepy or weird at all, in my opinion, from my perspective and my experience. I hope y'all enjoyed my little Q&A, if we can call that a Q&A. If y'all have
The first time I went to Lagos as an adult, I was 21 years old. And when I say that was probably the most life-changing trip I ever went on. I'd had this urge to go to Nigeria from when I was about 18 years old. And I remember just thinking to myself, why do I have this urge to go to Nigeria? I had been since I was 11 years old. I couldn't really remember what it was like. I just remembered a few bits and pieces from like the childhood trips that I went on. But when I say my mind was absolutely blown, like in the best way possible. I had high hopes. I had good expectations. Like, you're going home, going to the motherland, etc., etc. I knew that like Lagos, a lot of change in Lagos since the last time I went. I'd had good things, but it was so vague. I really didn't know what to expect. But when I got there, what I experienced was just so much better than I had imagined. And this was 2011. So this was just before the whole Dirty December experience was becoming a thing. Although no one started calling it Dirty December until like, I think almost 10 years later. But people started going to like British people like me, or people who grew up in Britain rather, because I'm Nigerian as well. Like, I have a Nigerian passport. But people who didn't grow up in Nigeria started going to Lagos at Christmas, I think around this time. But yeah, I found everything so amazing, like the culture, the clubbing, the beaches, like everything was just so beautiful, and it was just so different to anything I was used to. And that trip made such an impression of me that I feel like it literally changed the trajectory of my life. And I'm sure I'm not the only person from a Nigerian background who grew up in the UK that feels this way, because now it's such a common thing for people who grew up, outside of Nigeria to want to go back to Nigeria to start businesses, to live there, to look for partners, etc. But yeah, for me, it literally, I think, was like one of the key turning points of my life to get me to where I am today. That year in 2011, I went back twice. And then after that, I went on average like twice a year for the rest of my 20s. I also decided what masters I was going to study as a result of going to Nigeria. My parents have been putting pressure on me, to complete my studies by doing a master's degree. And I decided, because I was so curious about how Nigeria could like develop its tourism and also like the culture. And I mean, I'd have to go into way more detail for you to understand this, but basically I decided to do a master's based around that. And when I was doing my master's, I remember like in one of the lectures, telling people that, as soon as I do this master's, I'm moving to Nigeria to start my travel business. It didn't happen quite as fast as that, but like many years later now, I'm doing it. I also made so many friends, both people that live in Lagos, people that were visiting, people that used to live in Lagos, people that lived in the UK and were moving to Lagos. Like, there's literally this, I've got this whole parallel like life, I feel, in Lagos based around like different friendship groups, people who go there versus people don't. There's people like that you meet up exclusively when you're in Nigeria with, and there's people that you never see here. So yeah, like in terms of like my social circle, like going to Lagos literally transformed that. So yeah, when I see people like doing Dirty December now, I definitely feel like an OG because like when I started going, there was not even such a concept as Dirty December. Do you know what I mean? Like we literally used to go and people thought it was so weird. Like, why are you going to Nigeria? And then why are you going multiple times a year? And why are you like going to Nigeria at Christmas rather than being like with your family in London?
Okay, the first thing I miss about Nigeria is the locals, like the people who are from there. Like, they're the most genuine, most authentic people I ever met in my entire life. Like, when I went to Lagos the last time and I landed in the airport, my baby said she was stuck in traffic. It's gonna be a little while till she gets me. So, you know what I'm saying? I sat at Chicken Republic and the worker came out and tried to make a big scene how I gotta pay for something, you know, just to wait there. You know, I didn't have any Naira on me yet because I just got my American dollars. So some random Nigerian man who I don't even know came up to us and purchased me a meal, actually, just so I could sit there and wait and it wouldn't be no problem. I didn't know this man from anywhere, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they're the most, like, friendly people you would meet. They always do stuff like that. They're really genuine, welcoming people, so that's number one. The second thing I miss about Nigeria is the food. You know, you should already know how I feel about the food in Nigeria, but it's just so fresh. You know what I'm saying? When I go get some fish here in America, it's been in the store for weeks. But when I go to the market with my baby in Nigeria, like they kill the fish right in front of you, then they sell it to you. Like the fish I eat in Nigeria was killed the same day. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. And it just tastes different too. Like the fruits, the vegetables, they're so much more fresh. They don't got no preservatives or anything like that like we got over here. You know, so yeah. Number two is the food. The third thing I miss about Nigeria is the atmosphere. As you probably know, it's winter here in America. I got my jacket on. You know, that makes me miss Nigeria so much more. I just taught my baby today, and she was complaining about how hot it is. You feel me? I'm like, wow, I wish I was over there right now. But yeah, it's always warm over there. It's always sunny, you know. I love the weather too. I'm a hot nature person, so the atmosphere. And the final thing I miss about Nigeria is definitely my wife. You know, I just miss her so much. You know, something about the way she takes care of me whenever I'm over there. The way she is generally a loving person. Like, God bless Nigeria. I can tell just through her. You know what I'm saying? So, I love my wife. That's what I miss most about Nigeria.
Since most of you guys are calling me liar and I made most Nigerians mad, but like they say, if you guys are mad, you're interested. Let me tell you guys more things that happened to me as a girl that was born and raised in Italy that went to Nigeria for the first time ever. When I was going to immigration at the Abuja airport and the agent were checking my passport, when they got to my last one, they were trying to negotiate my bride price with my mom. Like, what? That was so awkward. They were asking how many cars, how many houses, how many this. I'm like, that was not it. I'm good. They saw that red passport, you know that? You should know, you know. When me and my mom missed our flight, the second time around, my uncle was able to arrange employees at the airport to help us go through security and immigration and check-in without going through lineups, you know, and messing things around. Like, I didn't know that you could actually do that in Nigeria. Like, other places, I don't know, but like that experience only made Nigeria the best country ever for me.